Judge Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation.
We're almost there.
Call of Cthulhu. Scylla.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Talk to Fitzroy. Go to the bar, talk to Bradley, talk to Fitzroy. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds messing the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up, as well as I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. You could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found in the Hawkins and the archives of the Harbor Master's office. I got 1 point. I'm not going to use it right now because I don't know what to level up. Even though I probably should. Behavior improving the skill increases your chance of understanding the motivation of a person based on his or her behavior. Likewise represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving the skill increases your chance of convincing your ability. Let's see it that way. Out of Darkwater, it would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small and inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendant of whalers who set up in a supply post there in the 1800s and was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. Darkwater Port. At the entrance to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Cilia, the last dwelling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small jobs of the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there. It is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. Oh, I didn't register that ticket. Oops. Learning Medicine Volume 1. This work aimed at intense and young practitioners. This first volume is known to the world the details of symptoms and suitable treatment. Oh, you're right, they said. What you're fishing? That feels off.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots!
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
Out of that lamp? No. Seems like a nice lamp to have.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
careful.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hmm.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
Rumors.
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
Yeah, superstitious.
Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Hmm.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
No.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Shanty, 21st May 1847. Miraculous catch. The sailor returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. Giving up hope, the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed out the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent. From June for fishing workshop or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. Celebrate the return of our brave whalers. All the staff at the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Stranded Whale. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on the island. The Stranded Whale is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner. Sir Mitchell, he does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Roy Mitchell, age 55, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar of Darkwater. Prohibition is held on the Stranded Whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man, therefore, knows more than anyone the secrets and rumors that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, with the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by. The man will talk freely on the subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor.
We'll do it again, you know. Oh, the girl doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Hello.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Okay. Damn, fucked. No snooping for me.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Always free for the lady? Huh.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
I like with you guys. No. No. Man.
Pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard! You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
There's nothing for you here either.
Hear that?
Beat it.
You bilge rats don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
I said you were a bilge rat. Even a pox limpet. You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog?
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
Can't go that way, can't go that way, can't go back on the boat. So let's go up here. While the toys in.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Toilet.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
I'm slipping a little bit too much. Learning Medicine Volume 2. Second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. You slowly learn it. So I'm going to go by faster. I want to snoop, but I don't want to...
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to revoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. Oh, that doesn't make it better. It might make it worse. I'm just itchy.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Sure. Table? That one.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible: 1890, 1907, and partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? He's gone. I want to go upstairs.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
This photograph of a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
That's a letter, manifest, and photograph. I can lean? Why can I lean? So where are the docks? Will you leave me?
Stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
Oh. That's not even the dock.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. You know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Saw it.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Always.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here.
Normally?
But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
I believe it.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
I'll do. Okay, was I fixing up again to this one? Yes. James Fitzroy, age 45, captain. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis, the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbor master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him, the bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. Can I have the lamp now? Nope. Just give me the lamp. Just give me the lamp, man. Oh, now you guys move away. I got options now.
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that bead.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Where do you think you're going?
Andrews.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
It's gonna suck.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Crap.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You broke the padlock, or you broke your... No more investigation on that? It was a 3 and I still failed. Are you serious? Oh yeah, you guys want a lot from me.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. Looks like Phoenician, or a very primitive runic script. I've never seen anything like it.
St. Brendan, there's a patron saint of whales and whalers that protect the sailors of Darkwater. Visibly, there were other gods before St. Brendan, and their worshippers now seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult, extracted in the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective.
This language, it's a whole lot older than this statue.
So that leveled up my occultism? No, it didn't. It's because of my occultism that I knew about it. I wonder what I missed out on. It's like I had a 3 and I failed. It's like, what the fuck? I want to go this way, but I might have to. Can I do this again? Hold on.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I was wanted to say something. Oh, nothing. Alright.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Not even. And don't go looking there.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
So the entrance is unguarded, you say? How's it going?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Boy, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Because I'm hungry.
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
No.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat, she's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Ouch.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
No, I'm not from Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I am. I'll tell a lie, but nah.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
There's another way around somewhere to find it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
How you guys doing? Guys, look at the other guys.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
Well, I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Have anything else to say?
You're back again. What can I do for you?
These bootleggers seem unwilling to let anyone approach the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
I got it.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
It's time to explore. I think I know what cat is, but it's like...
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my leave.
I like being nosy. It's the only thing that makes things interesting. Find items. A spot hidden skill allows you to detect the items at close range. Once all these items are found,
A handle. It must come from these old winches. This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
Part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
I'm missing something. It's possible for you to go across. How did I do that? Sneaky, sneaky.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
If there's a roll 3.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
I'm high, dude. I'm so freaking high.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
That's it. The delusional investigator. Be the plaything of an hallucination.
This is primitive.
You guys don't see nothing. Nothing.
Ugh, this place stinks.
The submerged city. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of humans and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface and discovered that rather than in tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision nevertheless disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. Interesting. I'm still stable, though. I'm still stable. Confident in your abilities and your...
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
To enter a reconstruction scene, hold L2 and R2. Right.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Most likely after.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
That everything?
It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Just double checking. I guess the checkmark means I found everything. So why do you want me to leave early? Hawkins warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life. Test of the fact the presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents that are connected to the artist's live photograph press cutting. But his discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansions that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Excuse me. No, I did not know it's that much bandages to use.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Is that the guy that was blocking the road?
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
I thought the other guys were blocking the entrance.
Her again.
Hey, cat.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Oh my gosh.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
I'm sure we will.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.